What's going on, guys? My name is Jake and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm here for part 5 of the Iceman returns on F1 2012, and today we are here in Spain, Catalonia, and as you can see, Raikkonen is stepping into the car, and he had a pretty bad qualifying down in 17th, as now we're just going to look through this setup. We had quite a high downforce, and it didn't really pay off for him, as he ended up only qualifying down in 17th, wasn't able to get into Q3, and now as you're going to look onto the race strategy, he's actually going for the normal fuel strategy, and he's going to go onto the primes and start on the primes and go to the options at the end, obviously, finishing on lap 11. And now we are going to look at the grid. As you can see, Jenson Button qualified on pole ahead of Mark Webber and Lewis Hamilton in third, with Sebastian Vettel qualifying in fourth, Fernando Alonso, the home favourite, qualifying in fifth, with Sergio Perez in sixth, and behind him is Michael Schumacher and Roman Grosjean in P7 and 8. Then it's Pastor Maldonado in 9th, with Kimi lining up in 10th, rounding out the top 10. So you can see Massa wasn't there either. So it was the big main knockout of Q2 was Kimi Raikkonen qualifying down in 17th, and then in Q1 it was Felipe Massa surprisingly qualifying. I think it was down in 18th. Yes, it was the 18th. Felipe Massa qualifying down in 18th. So it wasn't a very good qualifying for Raikkonen and Massa, the two former teammates, lining up next to each other on the grid. And now let's go onto the track. As we can look now onto the grid, you can see that obviously Jenson Button is on pole, with Roman Grosjean lining up there in 8th and Kimi Raikkonen there in 17th.
Okay, Kimi, we're going for a different strategy now. Primes, then options to the end.
So there you go, Kimi Raikkonen confirmation is going on to the primes and then going on to the options at the end. As the lights are out now, and away we go, and Raikkonen gets a pretty decent start, but it seems like now he has Massa alongside him, and Hülkenberg slows down, and Raikkonen has to take avoiding action, which also ends up turning into a pass, but that also knocked off part of Felipe Massa's front wing, and he ended up losing the end plate and then trying to pass Raikkonen, but it didn't quite work. And there you can see, I think that was Kimi Raikkonen going off into the grass and into the barrier. So I don't know quite what happened though. Quite know what happened there. But now going up the inside of Bruno Senna, and Raikkonen moves up into 13th. But then Bruno Senna loses part of his front wing on Raikkonen's front right tyre, and then Senna decides to actually not make contact and passing. And now Raikkonen is down to 14th, and the rest looks like he might be going for a pass, but can't there, as Bruno Senna actually goes for a move on Nico Rosberg. Nico Rosberg has to run wide, and Senna has got the pass done on Rosberg. As now you're coming around turn 5, no, not turn 5, and Di Resta now coming up into the hairpin, goes around the outside, and Raikkonen goes straight back up the inside, while Rosberg was trying to make a pass on Bruno Senna, and Raikkonen thought he might have had a bit more better acceleration to try and get past Rosberg, but it turned out that he didn't, and he remains in 14th. And Massa has also passed Di Resta, as now we are coming around the final few corners, and now through the tricky chicane as Nico Rosberg tries to go to the inside of Bruno Senna, which turns the outside, which doesn't work once again. Now coming onto the straight, as Rosberg was a bit slow, it seemed like Raikkonen thought he might have been able to get past, but unfortunately he wasn't able to, as we come on to lap 2. So a pretty bit of a hectic first race, bit of a hectic first lap there for Raikkonen and for Rosberg. As now we go on to lap 11. Raikkonen comes into the pits from P6, and this is his stop for the option tyres, the soft tyres for this race weekend, as he is going to drop down now. But whether the overcut has worked on some other drivers, we don't know, but he did obviously have the better tyres as he was on the primes, and now got the options. 3.9-second pit stop, not the fastest in the world. They probably could have done faster, but that did well enough for Raikkonen to rejoin in 13th and get the overcut done on Paul Di Resta. So Raikkonen has jumped ahead of Paul Di Resta during the pit stops, but Di Resta isn't really that far behind, and Raikkonen makes a mistake coming into the second corner on cold tyres, and he ends up going into the gravel, and that lets Di Resta get past as Raikkonen is getting back up to speed, and there's nothing Raikkonen can actually do to chase him back. He tried to hunt him down, but unfortunately it wasn't possible at the end of the race after his tyres went off. And now on the final lap, Raikkonen only able to finish in 14th and come home in 14th, but now we have some more team radio.
Sorry about that, mate. We thought that strategy would work.
So obviously Lotus thought the strategy would work, but unfortunately for Kimi Räikkönen it didn't. But he did still gain 3 positions from where he started, and Felipe Massa only gained 2 positions as well. As now you can see the race results, Mark Webber leads the way, won the race ahead of Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button losing the cars. Home field, Fernando Alonso finishing 4th with Romain Grosjean moving up to 5th, with Sergio Perez finishing exactly where he qualified in 6th, with Jean-Eric Vergne finishing it in 7th after starting first from the grid. Yeah, it was Michael Schumacher and some other drivers that I can't read. Then after the drivers' standings, Lewis Hamilton leads the way ahead of Jenson Button, so it is McLaren leading the way in the drivers' standings, and that means obviously that translates into products with Mark Webber now in 3rd, jumping ahead of Kimi Räikkönen and Fernando Alonso in 5th, jumping ahead of Sebastian Vettel who is now in 6th, ahead of Sergio Perez, Michael Schumacher, Romain Grosjean, Pastor Maldonado. Now to construct the standings, McLaren continues to lead the way ahead of now Red Bull, and with Lotus dropping down to 3rd, Sauber in 4th with the only teams not to score, Marussia, Caterham and HRT. But that's it from me guys. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big like, comment down below what you thought, subscribe if you are new for weekly F1 content. You can follow me on Twitter @OnCorrectRoad_, as always there's a link down in the description. And also if you want to get a part of Freedom, I highly recommend it, and the link to that is also down in the description, along with all the music that was used in this video. And I just want to say before I go, I do apologise for the long video, for the short video. It's just that there wasn't really much happening in this race, but I can assure you that, well, I can't assure you really, but I have recorded Monaco, but I'm not entirely sure if there is much else more in that race compared to this one. But who knows, we'll just have to wait and see. But that's been it from me, so I will see you next time.